We are coming to you live on this rainy Wednesday afternoon here in the Bacoor Strike Gymnasium for another game day in our Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. I am Nico Aaron, your courtside reporter for today, and I am more than excited to bring you all of our matches this afternoon. We have another stacked doubleheader in today's game day. Our matches for today, it is Rizal on a hot winning streak, taking on the young and hungry Negros Blue Hawks, looking to bounce back with a win today. And at 6 p.m. it is Valenzuela City wanting to bounce back against the winless Marikina Lady Shoemasters, looking to get their first win in this tournament. So we have a lot of matches to look forward to in today's game day, pouring with a lot of action here inside the Coliseum. And of course, for those of you who couldn't join us here at the venue, don't worry, because we got you covered on all our live stream platforms. You could watch the MPVA on MPTV Signal Channel 98, and of course on the MPVA live stream channels on Facebook and on YouTube, anytime, anyplace, anywhere. So, without further ado, I am more than excited to bring you this superb set of matches, pouring with rain, pouring with a lot of action, only here on your Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association.
It's Luzon versus Visayas for the first game of our doubleheader. Battle of setters between two-time NCAA best setter Benice Puzon, and on the other side for Negros, etong si Ai Tutanes trying to lead her team. And Rizal and Negros will lock horns dito sa Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ken Pangilinan with Gaira Baroga, and also at courtside, Nico Aaron. Gaira, Rizal is playing their third game in 3 days, while itong Negros medyo nagsastruggle in their past few games. How do you think this game's gonna play out in today's matchup?
Well, I'm not gonna be surprised if it's gonna be a five-setter match, because knowing Rizal, they're just a team who has a complete lineup. On the side of Negros, of course, they still have that championship of feel from their NCRAA stint. So, makikita natin kung how both these teams will actually keep up with each other.
As Nico mentioned, Rizal is currently on a hot streak. In fact, 4 straight wins, including their last game against Caloocan, in which nakita natin straight sets, pero very competitive yung naging laban nila kontra sa Caloocan Air Force.
27-25, 25-22, and 25-21. What a close fight, but especially in that first set na na-extend pa nga. And knowing the Rizal squad, nakita nga naman natin to sa attacks pa lang nila. Very dominant when 50 attacks versus 41, 3 blocks. And those 10 aces have been, I would say, immaculate for Rizal.
And Rizal, yung core nila, pretty much intact. And it's showing right now, especially they are currently on a winning streak. As we said, Caloocan has been struggling. But, you know, Joan Doguna has been a force to be reckoned with. Para kay Coach Cromwell Garcia, doing damage in all facets. And particular in this game, kahit straight sets, nag-ambag siya dito ng 18 puntos para sa Rizal.
She has a balanced attacking skills and also defense. So she's a very vital player for the St. Gerrard Charity Foundation. And knowing how many points that she can give for her squad, you have Doguna on your screens with 18 points off of 18 attacks alone from her stint versus Caloocan.
And Gaira, lagi natin pinag-uusapan, no, yung combination nila ni Jonah Dolorito. Jonah Dolorito not too shabby in their last game against Caloocan, and yung lethal combination nila, magkadayagon lang sila at that outside hitter position. Very promising para sa kanilang prospects here in the first round.
12 points off of 10 attacks and 2 aces. Of course, she had as well Hiromi Osada to back her up, and the whole Rizal squad was just on point in that match.
And familiarity is also a huge weapon for Rizal. Samantala naman for Negros, alam naman natin, Gaira, they're in the transition phase. But in their last game, particularly against Quezon, they had their chances, especially in that second set, nanalo yung Quezon doon. But Negros was already up 12-4 during that particular set. Kaya lang paghabol ng Quezon, nagtuloy-tuloy na lang yung Tangerines on their way to their victory.
Again, tuloy-tuloy nga ang panalo ng Quezon and kinapos rin itong Negros with a 27-25 first set. But look at these statistics. They had 42 attacks versus 54 from Quezon and only 2 blocks and 3 aces. You can see that Quezon really dominated this match and in terms of all skills at that.
Well, a picture of consistency has been Jella Lopez. Kahit last year pa lang nakita natin yung kanyang emergence, but getting a bit of a heavier load this time around, especially missing some key players from that last year's finals appearance.
Jella Lopez, of course, you know that she has to carry her team this season. Like you said, maraming nawala sa kanila and she needs all the help that she can get. She scored 12 points from the last game from 12 attacks alone versus Quezon.
Ganun din, parang si Joan Doguna, lahat galing sa atake. Really efficient ito si Jella Lopez. And she would need all the support that she could get. Adi Caparal certainly, in some of their games, medyo up and down. But in this particular game, kahit papano nakapag-ambag siya laban sa Quezon.
Adi Caparal was subbed in and subbed out with the previous games that she had. But versus Quezon, she had 9 points off of 9 attacks. Again, even though she had 9 points, we know Adi Caparal can score more. I think her average last season was around 12.
Actually, both of them, talking about si Jella Lopez and Adi Caparal, both were vital cogs from that team ng Negros last year. Now, pag-usapan natin yung team standings, Gaira. Patapos na tayo ng first round. You see Rizal there in 4th place, while actually, magkatabi sila in the team standings, actually.
Rizal at 4th and Negros at 5th. So you know that this is going to be an intense match and no team would want to lose this game. And of course, as a team, you would want to reach the Final Four appearance, and even early on, you want to secure that as of now.
And let's see, Negros, they have a chance to move up the standings, while Rizal, they want to improve on that 5-1 win-loss record. Now let's turn it over to our game announcer for our callouts.
Good afternoon, MPVA fans! Welcome to the Strike Gymnasium here at Bacoor City for Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang liga para sa lahat. It's now time to meet our players. First, from the ICC Negros Oriental Lady Blue Hawks. Starting with team captain number 8, Charlotte Tutanes. First libero number 12, Jennifer Bacud. Make way for their teammates, number 2, Andrea Caparal. Number 6, Krista Culado. Number 7, Ivy Aquino. Number 9, Jella Marie Lopez. Number 10, Angelis Cosme. Number 11, Marjorie Urpilia. Number 16, Sam Catamora. Number 17, JL Muraga. Number 18, Cara Tamon. And their second libero at number 3, Irish Bismonte. And now let's meet the players for the Rizal St. Gerrard Charity Foundation Incorporated. Starting with team captain number 10, Venice Puzon. First libero number 2, Angelica Guzman. Make way for their players. Number 4, Joan De Guzman. Number 5, Angelica Cruz. Number 6, Janet Tulang. Number 8, Stacy Lopez. Number 9, Roxy De La Cruz. Number 11, Kat Galedo. Number 12, Jojo Duguna. Number 15, Jonah Dolorito. Number 16, Hiro Osada. Number 19, Hart Bio. Number 22, Cleo Lopez. And their second libero, number 7, Marcy Rivas. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Choi Bukid. Your second referee, Mr. Iñaki Ramos. Now time to meet our starters. First, from the Rizal St. Gerrard Charity Foundation Incorporated. Let's call on to court team captain and setter number 10, Venice Puzon. Middle blocker number 5, Angelica Cruz. Opposite hitter number 8, Stacy Lopez. Outside hitter number 12, Jojo Duguna. Another outside hitter number 15, Jonah Dolorito. Middle blocker number 16, Hiro Usada. And their starting libero at number 2, Angelica Guzman. Head coach for the Rizal St. Gerrard Charity Foundation Incorporated is Mr. Cromwell Garcia. And now for their challengers across the net, the ICC Negros Oriental Lady Blue Hawks. Let's call on to court team captain and setter number 8, Charlotte Tutanes. Outside hitter number 2, Andrea Caparat. Opposite hitter number 9, Sheila Marie Lopez. Outside hitter number 10, Angelis Cosme. Middle blocker number 16, Sam Catamora. Another middle blocker number 17, JL Moraga. And their starting libero at number 12, Jennifer Bakut. Head coach for the ICC Negros Oriental Lady Blue Hawks is Mr. Jesse Baroga. It's match number 32 in Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang liga para sa lahat.
Slightly different looks for both squads. For Rizal, not starting is Jaja Tulang. In her place is Stacy Lopez at that opposite spiker position. Si Angelica Cruz back as their starting middle. Tapos yung familiar faces nandyan, Dolorito, Doguna, Osada, and Puzon. Guzman as their starting libero. On the side naman of Negros, wala si Ivy Aquino. She's not starting. It's Sam Catamora earning that starting nod para kay Coach Jesse Baroga. So let's see how it will play out. Both teams, both coaches actually slight adjustments. Tignan natin paano magpe-pay dividends. This is the first game of our doubleheader. Medyo maulan na hapon ngayon dito sa Bacoor City. At kita mo naman, right off the bat, Puzon with an ace.
Yeah, Venice Puzon, she's the ever-reliable server of her squad, even in the NCAA. She is really known for those lethal offensive serves.
Negros, power tip from Cosme, pinadaan sa kamay ng blockers.
Smart move by Cosme to just put that one off the blockers.
I feel like these two teams, just in terms lang naman of yung height, yung composition ng players, very well matched as compared kasi with the contenders right now. You got Binyan, ando si Perolino at that middle blocker position. Bacoor, we all know how tall their middles are, and of course sa Quezon. So ito, sila from the wings to the middles, Gaira, halos same height lang eh.
That's true. Parang average of the heights ng players na to would be 5'7",
Yeah.
5'6", and you can see that all of their players, the composition, it's kompleto parehas ng team.
Yeah.
Very reliable middles, wings, and also the setters. Of course, you can't count them out.
And both of these teams last year, they were in the top 2 in terms of receiving. So, although yun nga, sa Negros maraming nga nawala, pero yung sila Bakod, Cosme, yung mga responsible for playing defense from the back, nandyan pa rin. That's right on cue. We're seeing right now yung mad scramble as Negros gets a point.
But that was a smart move from Moraga. Bakod with the save, and Moraga just tipping that one over.
Moraga also starting for Coach Jesse Baroga. Ano ba preference ni Coach? Jesse o Don?
Don.
Yeah, Coach Don. Who's been a solid job for Negros taking over. Although yun nga, meron silang fair share of problems. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games samantala. Yung Rizal, pinag-usapan natin, Gaira, yung kumbaga pros and cons no naging schedule nila. This is their 3rd game in 3 days. Pero, ang kagandahan, lahat ng malalakas, nakalaban na nila agad eh. Yung Quezon, yung Bacoor, yung Binyan. Although we're not counting out yung mga natitira sa kanilang schedule. But, you know, as shown by their recent winning streak, medyo nagpipik sila, no? As we head into the 2nd round.
Well, we can see that they're really just coping up with what they can right now. Jella Lopez, service ace.
Jella Lopez averaging 13.3 points per contest. That is number 1 para sa Negros. Okay, siya na yung nag-take over dahil wala na nga sila Angel Labacon, Rian Cañete.
Medyo mabigat-bigat din yung kailangan niyang scoring load for her squad, as Bakod could not get that one over.
5-4, Negros on top by 1. Stacy Lopez, this is somewhat a surprising thing for Coach Krong na ngayon siya yung nagsa-start in place of Jaja Tulang. Although nakita na rin natin when she always comes off the bench, instant offense lagi, no?
But we know that Jaja Tulang also plays as a middle blocker. So maybe Coach Cromwell has a surprise na baka bigla ang mag-middle mamaya sila. But again, that's a big maybe.
Babalasa siya lagi ng starting lineup niya. Although, kadalasan yung middles yung nagpapalitan. Minsan si Bio yung nagsa-start, si Cruz comes off the bench. Right now, we are tied at 5 apiece. Medyo jittery yung start ng both teams. A lot of errors. But this is a very important match for them. Patapos na tayo sa first round. Binanggit nga, no, kausap natin si Ivy kanina. Talaga yung mindset nila is getting a win over Rizal. That would help them get into that 4th spot. Dahil nga, given our tournament format, as we see Joan Doguna continuing her scoring spree, malaking bagay yan. As let's check out first that spike of the set. Hatid sa atin ng Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
And you have to remember, this is the teams that were 2nd place, Negros, and also the 4th place last year, which is Rizal.
Yep. That was Kaylee Cosme. 2nd point.
Si Kaylee Cosme, maganda talaga yung palo niya eh. All angles, she can do it. And also in defense niya and receive meron din. So, she's actually an open spiker libero.
Yeah. Actually, mostly last year, nagsishift siya ng posisyon eh. Minsan, libero siya. Minsan, naka-jersey siya. Kapareho ng most of her teammates. And right on cue, we're seeing her just being assertive on offense. Ngayon, Negros, makakapagbaon ng 2 puntos na kalamangan heading into our first technical timeout.
Nagbabalik ang Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Ken and Gaira, I got the chance to speak with Negros team captain Ira Tutanes, and she told me, coming from that loss against Quezon the previous week, she defined it in one word, stepping stone for their team. She said, na-realize nila after that first set win, kayang-kaya nila makipagsabayan sa isang NCAA team. She said, it's all about their attitude and the approach to the game. If they do that correctly, then they can compete with anyone in this league. Now, she wants to see her teammates approach this game with the right force and intensity, going up against a strong team like Rizal. Back to you, Ken and Gaira.
Thank you. That was Nico Aaron, our courtside reporter. And last year naman, karamihan NCAA teams din nakalaban ng Negros. But to Ice Point, ngayon kasi purely with the exception of Ivy Aquino, talagang ICC yung majority ng core nila ngayon eh. So, they're so used to playing in other leagues. Ngayon, nagkaaroon sila ng taste of competition from Rizal na mostly LPU, San Juan, mostly Mapua, Quezon, mostly from Benilde. So, yung how they gauge themselves against the best NCAA teams, eh, nakikita nila ngayon. And like, in their game against Quezon, binanggit ko kanina, Gaira, lamang na sila, 12-4. They actually had a chance to go up 2-0 and put pressure on Quezon. But, ito, brand new start, and they're doing well. They're leading by 3, 10-7.
Well, those are the growing pains as athletes to be challenged, as you have Dolorito challenging those hands of Moraga.
Si Moraga nandun very solid at the net. Pero ito yung mga kailangan nilang ayusin, no? You want to build momentum. You don't want to give up 3 points, especially a team like Rizal. Mingming Puzon is back to serve at an ace earlier.
Great serve and great target.
Combination play, Jella Lopez. That will sail out though. 10-9. Negros ahead. Mingming Puzon from Laguna. Two-time NCAA best setter. At nagkakaproblema so far itong Negros.
Moraga struggling to put that ball over. It was a little too low, that set from Ira Tutanes. And of course, we still have Puzon on the service line, who is so consistent.
Gamuntikan na ulit Free ball, Rizal. May pagkakataon, makapag-capitalize dito. Punta sila sa kanan. Tutanes, reverse. Puzon sends it to Dolorito. Lopez again. Tutanes. Two lefties trying to connect. Lopez, third time. Long rally. Oh, and Jella Lopez able to score for Negros.
Steady defense and also attacks from the Negros Blue Hawks. Jella Lopez again and again, and she's finally successful in that last attempt.
Cosme to serve. Puzon, quick attack. Ganda ng depensa. Negros will reload. Again, this time, Jella Lopez converts once more.
It's so early on in the first set, but Jella Lopez is on fire. Look at that swing.
Arguably one of the most athletically gifted players here in the MPVA. Ito si Jella Lopez.
And I'd say right now she's one of the best opposite hitters as well in the MPVA.
Cosme able to cover. Rizal. Punta sila kay Dolorito. Caparal able to score para sa Negros. 3 straight points for the Blue Hawks.
What I've noticed with Negros as well is they've been targeting the sides of those blockers, the seams as well. So nahihirapan din tumapat itong mga blockers kasi maraming variations ang mga palo ng Negros.
Sagutan ng runs dito. Off speed from Stacy. Cosme. Oh, she gets that one to go.
Ever since Cosme started playing as a starter a few weeks back, she's been playing so well and just getting her confidence as a spiker and not a libero.
Time out Rizal. Pakinggan natin si Coach Cromwell Garcia.
Yung depensa nila, okay, isa, dalawa, tatlo. Ay, itsura ng depensa, tapos nakaultaulan to. Naintindihan? Mablak to. Puro nakasahod naman, tapat-tapat, nakatapat. Okay, hindi tayo makakapatay dyan pag hindi nyo binilisan yung palo nyo, bilisan nyo yung atake nyo. Naintindihan? Tapos yung angle lang hinahanap natin, anglean nyo muna bago nyo anuhan. Ha? Go!
Coach Cromwell looking for power from his players. Sabi nga naman niya na yung blockings ng Negros nakasahod lang. So kailangan nilang lakasan pa at utakan palalo ang mga palo nila para makapuntos.
4 unanswered points for the Blue Hawks.
Kaylee Cosme still on the service line.
Stacy Lopez. Battle of the Lopezes at that opposite spiker position. Stacy on one end, Jella on the other. Pero ito si Stacy.
And they're both playing as opposite hitters.
Yep. 14-11.
Perfect pass.
Jella gustong bawiin. Blue will set it up. Stacy down the line. Good defense from Cosme.
This is why it's like you have two liberos
Yun na
at
nga
the back when you have Cosme and Bakud in the back row.
That's why they were one of the top receiving teams last year. Another long rally. You gotta get used to this. With both of these teams, very known as well-receiving teams. Although yun nga, medyo iba na yung complexion ng teams ngayon, no? 14-12, Rizal down by 2.
Dolorito on the service line.
Oh, targeting Cosme.
Service ace.
Catching her a bit off guard there.
Actually, that is one of the weaknesses of Kaylee Cosme when it's already overhead pass or isa-set niya na from as a first ball. Medyo hirap nga siya doon. Jella Lopez puts it over.
Stacy inangat. Tuguna. Bump set going to Caparal. It will sail out.
Rizal is now at 14, tying up this first set with Negros.
Yung trend, no? Kanina it was 7-all, naging 10-7, tas 10-all, tas naging 14-10, tas ngayon 14-all. So, just a game of runs for both these teams. Answering every spurt of the other. Stacy Lopez. That's 5-0 in terms of points para dito sa Rizal.
Strong cross-court kill by Stacy Lopez.
This is something that Negros should be wary of, no? How they respond to runs like these, netong mga kalaban nila.
Actually, in their games this season, talagang like you said, yung runs, nahihirapan sila just to keep up with the momentum.
Yeah.
And actually stay on top of the other team. Pag nagkaka-error sila, dire-diretso na rin. Actually, sakit din nila yun eh.
That's why we keep on mentioning, no, yung every time may momentum sila tas magpapamigay sila ng point, you just think it's 1 point. Pero may domino effect yan eh.
That's true.
Like this one, Jella Lopez unable to find the mark, and now Rizal find themselves ahead 16-15. Rizal trying to secure set number 1. At mapapanood nyo po kami sa Signal MPTV Channel 98 and also on our social media pages on Facebook and on YouTube. And niyayaya na ko na rin po kayo na ilike ang ating Facebook page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. A lot of games. This is already day number 14. Patapos pa lang po tayo actually in the first round. Ganun kahaba yung tournament natin. Another block from Negros though. Tying things up at 16 apiece.
Ika-apat with great anticipation on that single block. You have Tamon coming in for Lopez and Ivy Aquino for Ira Totanes. She is now playing as an opposite hitter.
Yun yung sinasabi ko eh. You know, I asked her, mostly talaga, she's been playing as a middle. So, you know, that kind of adjustment, how do you think that's gonna play out for Ivy?
Ang palo din kasi ni Ivy and yung tempo niya, medyo, tempo 1, meaning medyo mabagal or delayed for a quicker. So, bagay talaga siya as an opposite hitter. Sana lang ma-translate niya sa larong ito.
That time, no coverage on the side of Negros. Rizal getting another point. Stacy Lopez piling up the points. Transferee from FEU, now with LPU. Better pass from Baku. Tamon going to Caparal. This time the block from Rizal.
Great blockings from Rizal over there. And you can see right now, Rizal has 2 spikers and 1 setter on their front row. On the side of Negros, they have a full front row. And Mingming Puzon, as a setter, you have to capitalize on her blockings. So, dapat ibato mo ng ibato sa open. Good save by Cosme. Although a double violation called on that over.
Actually, yun naman ginawa ni Ivy, no? But medyo hindi lang pulido yung execution during that stretch. 19-16. 3 straight points for Rizal. You know, these two teams met just once last year. Negros won that one in straight sets. So, medyo may revenge narrative on the side of Rizal. But that was a time where both of them were really establishing their position at the top. But ito, isasabi ko paulit-ulit, no? Like both of these teams really scrappy. Oh, that was Cosme. Nonchalantly getting that one up.
What a
Just
hustle by both squads.
Caparal. That will sail out.
Caparal has been trying that angle time and time again, but has yet to be successful.
Unang timeout ni Coach Don Baroga.
Nakablock na, tapos babalik natin ang ano. Babalik natin ang tatlo. Ate mo! Siyam yung hinabol nila. Nagpondo pa sila ng 4. Sige na, balik tayo. Wala tayo.
Sa first ball, saan ka tayo?
Tala!
Coach Don trying to break momentum for the Rizal squad right now. And also reminding his players na marami-rami na ang pinupuntos nitong Rizal. Kanina, 15 lang yung score,
Yeah.
Ken. 15 all. And now it's 20-16. And knowing humabol pa si Rizal kanina.
Yep. 5-1 run. Negros had their biggest lead at 4 earlier. It was 14-10. So in totality, no, this is actually a 10-2 run for Rizal right now. We sound like a broken record. If you're Negros, you just have to really weather the storm because, facing top teams like these, you could expect them to have a spurt from here or there. Sa Quezon, experience nila yan. Lamang na sila, 8 puntos, nahabol pa sila. But they have to stay the course, especially if they want to re-establish themselves as one of the contenders here.
They really have to fix that weakness of theirs na sila yung lamang tapos biglang mawawala sila.
Rizal.
Chance ball for them.
That is
Tries to
short.
put that over.
Angelica Cruz. Incoming rookie for LPU. Had a solid stint with the LPU girls program last year in the NCAA. Toguna, a lot of power on that one. Balik sa Rizal ang bola. One more time for Joan. Cosme. Joan, andoon si Aquino.
And this is why Ivy is made as an opposite hitter as well. But Doguna is very successful with that down-the-line placement shot of hers.
Persistent space off for the Bacolod native.
Nakita niya rin kasi na time and time again nabablock siya ni Ivy. So ginawa niya lang ng paraan and just put that in a good spot.
You were just actually about to say, maganda sana no, na Ivy is,
An opposite.
Yep.
Great defense sa mga effective opens ng kabila as, again, she has another block.
Right on cue, sending that ball back. Negros, atake. Cosme. A lot of errors. I'm curious about the total later on when we see the set summary here. Dahil nga, ang sakit niyan.
Sunod-sunod din talaga eh. That's what I was saying earlier. Maka-error sila ng isa, they'll score 2 points and then biglang dire-diretso na ulit na errors. One hand set by Tamon.
Power tip from Kaylee Cosme.
Kaylee Cosme playing as an open hitter right now. Last season, she was playing as a libero. Actually, when Kaylee Cosme was playing as libero last season, biglang transition ulit siya as an open hitter, her original position. She begged her coach na, "Coach, gawin mo ulit ako libero," because she wanted to help as much as possible in terms of defense.
That time around though, hindi na siya nakapag-adjust. Another error on the side of Negros. 23-18 Rizal. Babalik sa loob si Jella at si Aitu Tanes. It'll be interesting to see if Ivy will go back to that middle blocker spot in the second set.
Because even though she's a middle blocker, she has been scoring a lot of points for her squad.
Oh, an ace once more for Rizal. And they are now at set point.
Perfect target by Angelica Cruz, going for that opposite hitter in between the seams of both open spikers.
Better pass from Adi. Cosme tried to maneuver against the block, but off target. Rizal, that late surge, catapulting them to the set 1 win. 25-18, set number 2 in just a bit sa aming pagbabalik.
This land of simplicity
Set number 1 belonged to Rizal. They win this one by 7, 25-18. Although late na lang talaga lumayo itong si Rizal against Negros as we take a look at what happened in set number 1. And, you know, it was a game of runs. Biggest lead of Negros was at 4. It was 14-10 Gaira. From then, yung Rizal nagtuloy-tuloy behind those splendid attacks by Doguna as well as the playmaking of Puzon as usual.
Well, you can see how much Rizal knows how to work their squad and just fix those little things inside the court na lamang ang Negros pero nagagawa nila ang paraan para dumikit and go go first sa 25. As you can see, the attacks and the stats here says a lot, especially the errors of Negros. 13 errors na sunod-sunod, which resulted in Rizal just with a smooth win in the first set.
Imagine giving 52% of your opponent's points just from your errors. That's gonna be a headache for a coach. So let's see how they would adjust here in set number 2. Rizal gunning for their 5th straight win. Kaylee Cosme, top scored for them in that first set. Lou Guzman, always a reliable libero for Rizal. Moraga stays as their middle blocker. Set number 2 will begin. Moraga joust at the net. Nanalo siya doon, getting Negros on the board.
You know what? Ever since their first game, I think Moraga is the most chill player I have ever seen. Kasi pag nakakapuntos siya or naka-error or whatever she does, iisa lang yung expression niya on the court.
That time, getting that block. Again, just getting her hands on it. Able to disrupt the rhythm nitong Rizal. Moraga has been active and she gets that one in.
Floor touch called on Rizal.
Again, the question lies, how do you capitalize on this momentum? If you're Negros, want to give up 3 points.
Very similar to what happened with their game against the Quezon Tangerines. Nalamang sila, tapos nawawala bigla. Good save by Rizal!
Kala ko papalunin ni Gaira yung bola eh. But you know, good start. Negros with a 3-0 start. Again, you gotta give credit to Cosme. Just generating a lot of power on that last attack. Tutanes, reverse to Lopez. Tatawid, Negros will reload. Moraga and Tutanes unable to connect.
A little too high for Moraga. She was going for a zero tempo. Pero masyadong tumaas yung bola ni Ira.
3-1. Puzon again to serve.
Same target as earlier, and she gets an ace.
Yep, Bakod not ready for that serve. Second ace.
Bakod actually got that one up, but it was Ira and Cosme who had a miscommunication.
Ira, combination play. Jella Lopez, nandoon si Guzman for the up. Tutanes going to Cosme. Moraga was there, but Guzman was ready. Stacy down the line.
Stacy has been very effective since the first set with her cross-court kills, and now that down-the-line attack.
Able to maneuver through that single block. 3-all. Again, game of runs. 3-0 start by Negros. Countered. 3 unanswered points. Make that 4 for Rizal.
In the first set, again, 13 errors by Negros and only 4 from Rizal.
Tutanes, reverse. Rizal will recalibrate. Moraga has been active at the net. Second block of the set for Moraga.
And a little help from Jella Lopez also. Alam mo, ang intense ng larong ito, pero ang intense din ng cheers.
Kaya nga eh, napapalingon ako eh.
You have one cheer for Rizal and one cheer for the Blue Hawks, who was just battling it out even in the first set.
Tutanes going to Adi Cabaral, breaking through the block.
What a swing by Adi Caparal.
Cosme.
Perfect pass, gives it to Puzon.
Ooh. That was Hiro Osada.
Osada getting a point from that perfect pass and that excellent quick set.
Tabla tayo 5-all. The bump going to Jella. Good defense from Puzon. Bakud just sweeping it.
Defense from both squads are on point.
Ooh.
Adi Caparal with a gift.
Early Christmas present for Adi Cabaral.
Well, and if you're in the Philippines, it's not too early. Vermont's not yet.
Oo nga naman, no? September na nga pala ngayon. We've been hampered by rain this past month, but that doesn't stop us from having a lot of volleyball action here. Dami na nating laro. Patapos pa lang tayo ng first round. You know, if you're Negros rather, just the plethora of errors compounding their woes. But, you know, this is a welcome sign. You know, just trying to respond after each setback. This time around, nakita natin activating itong middle. 7-6 Negros. Can they protect this lead?
Very similar to what happened in the first set.
At the left side, we have Doguna. Puzon, reverse, Stacy Lopez. Buhay pang bola dito, Rizal. Pupuntahan si Dolorito sa likod. Lalabas yan. Negros, a better start here in set number 2. They lead 8-6.
Back to live action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. Now currently on a 3-game win streak in the tournament. I asked Rizal head coach Cromwell Garcia before the game what has been key to their momentous run so far in this tournament, and he told me yung eagerness ng mga bata na manalo. Adding to that, he applauded the girls' commitment with their efforts each game. Paalala din niya sa girls, kung maglalaro kayo at papawisan din naman, itodo nyo na, ibigay nyo na ang lahat. For the girls of Rizal, each game is an opportunity for them to solidify themselves as title contenders in this tournament. And Coach Crom's final reminders to the girls before the game, I don't care if you have friends across the court. Whoever is not wearing our jersey is our opponent. When you smell blood, go for the win. Back to you, Ken and Gaira.
Thank you, Nico. And Coach Crom has always been like that, yung competitive fire, trying to rub it off to his players. Heart Pio, her first appearance here in set number 2, and tying things up at 8 apiece.
And also going back to Nico's report, yun nga, yung efforts din talaga nitong Rizal St. Gerrard. makikita at makikita mo because everyone is a lot fitter in this season. And sabi nga ni Coach Crom, mas naging strict sila in terms of their conditioning. So maraming makikita pa nating improvement from the Rizal squad as we have Adi Caparal just clipping the line at the right time.
9-8 Negros. Sa core nga nila, intact pa rin. Talking about tong Rizal. Puzon. Doguna, a lot of power on that hit.
Duguna very smart with her hit. She saw that Sam Katamora was delayed already with that block as we have that spike of the set.
Extreme spike of the set brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. 9-all. Cosme had to adjust for a bit. Dolorito getting through Katamora there. Rizal a chance here. Bio just able to get that over.
Bio with such a smart move. You saw the delay with her hit, but she timed it just to put that one in the hands of Sam Katamora. Sam Katamora having a hard time in terms of her blocking in this match.
Rizal 10-9. Nagkabanggaan si Katamora sa Asitutanes. Lopez hindi maitatawid. The woes continue on the side of the Blue Hawks. Coach Non has been trying various combinations all throughout the tournament. You know, back during the second game yata, no, against San Juan, we saw Majo Orpilla had 24 points. Then si Lopez ka has been consistent. Pero yung tamang timpla, hindi pa rin nila mahanap so far, no? Although, it's still a long way to go. We still have a whole ground after this one. But they need to figure things out quickly, especially itong Rizal alongside Quezon, Bacoor. They've established their foothold on the top 3 spots.
Because they already know each other and have gelled pretty well. Etong Negros Blue Hawks, nagkikilala pa.
Kolyado, bagong pasok, itatawid. Rizal, a chance, 1-2 play. Handa doon si Caparal. Cosme, power tip. She's been the lone bright spot so far for Negros.
She's been chipping in a lot of points with a lot of variation in her hits.
Sila actually ni Jella, no? Although mas evident yung production so far nito ni Kaylee. 11-all. Diagonal hit from Jonah Dolorito.
At makikita mo rin kasi, ibang-iba na itong conditioning ng Rizal St. Gerrard. Nakikita mo na ibabaw din sila sa mga blockers nila. And you can see the elevation and the power is just working out for this young squad.
So, when we covered them the other day in Paco, noticeable yung physique, very different. But Kaylee Cosme, you know, if there's one girl that has been shining all throughout this game so far, it's been her.
She's actually been chipping in a lot of points, even in their previous matches. It's just that, yun nga, naging inconsistent siya. But in this match, we can see that she is maturing. Although, if you talk about maturity, Dolorito has it all.
Ito, hinog na to eh. Has been with Coach Crom for so long already. 13-12. Moraga using her left hand and she gets that one in. That's her third point of the set.
What I like about Moraga is she knows what to do when she's given sets. Kahit alam mo yung medyo offset na magagawan niya kasi ng paraan. Kasi first of all, 0 tempo yung pasok niya. As a quicker, that is the perfect tempo. Second, her elevation and her hang time, kitang-kita niya yung defense sa kabila.
Oh, good serve from Kaylee Cosme.
Kaylee Cosme just contributing from all sides of the court. And challenging the block and the middle. Oh, sorry, the libero at that.
Again, tinarget niya si Blue doon. Stacy. Joust at the net. Oh, the point going to the side of Rizal.
Net touch by ika-apat. Ito rin yung score kanina eh. 14-all bago
Ito.
mag-pull away itong Rizal.
Actually, 14-10 Negros was ahead. Tas tama ka, tumabla si Rizal. Then went ahead. That was a 5-0 run on their part. And a bit similar here. Hiro Osada giving the lead back to Rizal once more. And this extreme spike of the set brought to you by Extreme, the one-stop shop appliances.
Osada was the queen of the court last game.
Tutanes finding Caparal.
Off the hands of the blockers. Sam Catamor is back in the front row. Moraga is on the service line, and I remember she had 6 service aces in one of her games.
Oh yeah. If I'm not mistaken, was that against Barquina?
I think so. I'm not sure.
But itong Rizal, lamang ulit, 16-15. We head into our second technical timeout. On Friday, we will have the last games of the first round. Quezon contra Bacoor. That should be a good one. Fight for #1 spot. And then next up, San Juan contra Rizal. And then Caloocan and Marikina. Triple header to cap off the round #1 here ng ating MPVA. Collado able to get through and score for Negros.
Players down right now on the side of Rizal. Lopez holding on to her cheek.
Let's see what happened here. Nagkabanggaan sila.
Oh, yes.
gotta hurt.
Puzon's chin versus the cheek of Lopez. Actually, the forehead, I think, of Minmin.
But she's okay now. Stacy Lopez, tough as nails. Rizal gunning for a 2-0 lead.
So much power in that hit by Doguna.
Ang ganda din, no pagkakaangat ni Bakod, setting up that attack from Adi Caparal.
ika-apat finally successful with that angle of hers as we have that spike of the set.
Brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Puzon, reverse. Stacy tries to answer. Meron daw check. Play will go on. Negros. Caparal has found the mark in the last few sequences. Heart Bio though, able to challenge Catamora.
Bio with her second power tip against Sam Catamora and successful once again. I just like to hype up Min Puzon, who is such an incredible setter. Kahit medyo off na yung defense or reception ng teammates niya, nagagawa niya ng paraan itong mga sets, making it into perfect passes.
Yeah.
Adi Caparaldo seeing the hands of Min Puzon and targeting her in that hit.
Negros. Can they tie things up here? Set #1. Ito yung portion na biglang lumayo si Rizal. But Negros showing some resolve right now. Laguna from the left pin. Bacot doing work from the back.
Another power tip by Bio.
Oh, and Collado just falling short, much to the chagrin of the Negros bench.
Error by... And we have
Collado.
Lopez coming back in for Collado.
Jayla Lopez had her moments in the first set. Itatawid. Tutanes resets. Goes to Cosme. Caparal was there from the back. Cosme again. Slightly adjusting. Dolorito. Not finding the mark.
Smart move by Dolorito though, and a good target. Although, medyo napalakas lang yung papunta sa left side.
Almost.
Almost.
19-18, Negros, lamang ng isa.
Cosme.
Puzon. Pinuntahan ulit si Bio. Paulit-ulit.
Bio with so much heart in that power tip.
I like it, Kyra. I like it. Heart Bio. Getting the work. Negros, timeout. Let's listen in.
Ganon, huwag mo nang bitawan. Unahan mo na. Kasi wala namang palo eh. Wala namang palo, puro power tip lang. Dinadak lang na ganon. So, pag nadyan siya, hayaan mo na sila, mag-single block na sila. Okay? Hanggat nadyan yan, yun lang ang gumagawa na. Ha? Ayan, batay mo. Yan.
No, if you're Negros, it's a matter of composure right now. This is a winnable set, 19 all. Can they rise to the adversity, or will Rizal take a commanding 2 sets to none lead? Art Bio. Good serve.
Great target as well.
Oh, Moraga!
Drills it down.
Quick attack.
Most nonchalant player ever. Kita mo yung elevation niya? Yung forehead niya labas na rin
Yeah.
talaga sa net eh.
Very deceptive din to si Morage.
Very.
Osada had to adjust. Net touch against Negros.
A lot of errors from Negros. 1 step forward, 2 steps back in terms of scoring.
Right away, Moraga knew it was her. Again, the cheers for Benice Puzon. Her biggest fan in attendance. Cosme overcooking that one. Rizal, 21. Negros at 20. Pump set, denied.
3 consecutive errors now for the Negros Blue Hawks squad.
No, actually, wala eh. Wala ngang block doon.
It's the angle
Yep.
of her hit.
Reverse set, Cosme. Stacy Lopez, binasag yung block.
Stacy Lopez with a statement hit.
Rizal again pulling away late. Timeout, Coach Don Baroga.
Kinakaman ba tayo? Oo, bakit nagkakaganon? Ay, Ira, tapos basic muna tayo pagka ganon. Kita mo, 3 ka agad, oh. 3 ka agad.
Ano yun, guys? Ito na naman yung ayos
Pero, pasahan. Pasa lang naman eh. Nakatake naman eh. Kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng hard time eh.
Well, as the captain, Ira Totanes, needs to carry her team right now, and also as the setter. 3 consecutive errors right now for the Negros Blue Hawks. Good pass though. Good set, I mean.
Rizal, pagkakataon, pupuntahan si Lopez.
Good defense by Ira Totanes.
Free ball for Rizal.
A chance for a play.
They go to Dolorito. Gets that one. No. Oh, yes, there was. There was a check. May slight hesitation on the part of the officials. But ultimately getting to a verdict. And Rizal, they have 4 set points. Tutanes going to Lopez.
Lopez tries to extend this second set. Again, they are just 3 points away from a deuce.
Duguna, the top scorer for Rizal.
Ira Totanes has to maximize her front row right now, having Kaylee Cosme on the back line.
Lopez nasa harap din along with Moraga and Caparal. Blue to Stacy. Oh, finding the seam in the defense. And Rizal, carbon copy halos nung set number 1. Dikdikan all the way. Pero ngayon, they're up 2 sets na. They win set number 2, 25-21. Rizal 1 set away from getting their 5th consecutive victory. 25-21 yung naging score nung set number 2. And it was more of the same. Halos kapareho lang yung kaganapan dito nung pangalawang set, kagaya nung set number 1. Dikdikan hanggang towards the latter end nung set na ito. And the usual suspects are there. Hiro Osada, Stacy Lopez. For Negros, Kaylee Cosme. She's been leading the way for the Blue Hawks. Not enough support. Rizal just too much. A lot of weapons at their disposal, Gyra.
There are a lot of things happening in this game, and the maturity of Rizal is just showing in this match. On the side of Negros, they've been struggling so much since the first set, and they're just trying to find their footing. But then again, marami silang kalaban, pati sarili nila. Look at those errors, right? On cue. 12 errors in the second set, and in the first set, they had 13 errors. Although they have more attacks than Rizal and blocks and aces, yun nga, ang kalaban nila more of themselves talaga.
But you know, one thing that we should highlight is the battle of the Lopezes. Parehong opposite spikers, Gyra. Stacy, maganda yung pinakita, getting the starting nod for Coach Cromwell Garcia, normally coming off the bench, providing points para sa kanila.
Awesome strategy by Coach Cromwell. Stacy Lopez with 6 points off of 6 attacks. Jella Lopez, on the other hand, 5 points with 5 attacks. Quite similar.
And Jella Lopez averaging 13.3 points per game. But she and Kaylee Coswell will need all the help that they could get. But as usual, Jella Lopez operating like a well-oiled machine for Coach Don Baroga. But Negros behind here by 2-0. Again, the two Lopezes. Di po sila magkapatid, di sila, ewan ko, magpinsan sila. Tingnan lang. Parehong magaling, yun lang masasabi ko. Set number 3 underway. Cosme, this time from the right side. Osada, she had to adjust a bit, but getting that one in.
And you know what? With the Rizal squad, they've just been so happy and just enjoying this match. I saw earlier during the timeout, nagtatawanan lang din sila. Very light ang mangyayari in this game. Stacy Lopez. Ira Totanes. Cosme drops it over.
Puzon. From the back, Joe Andoguna. The bump from Bakod, Jella. Long rally alert. Tinapos na ni Stacy Lopez.
Lopez with her 7th point in this match. Coach Cromwell naninigurado din kasi usually yung second six niya na ginagamit niya in the third set. But seeing how well this team is gelled, I think they are ready to face the other teams as well.
Isa pa, given ang dami lang kombinasyon as Lopez, this is now her 8th point. Medyo mahirap silang mababasa ng kalaban nila heading into the second round, and in turn, pag pumasok sila in the semis, so daming pwedeng bunutin eh.
Puzon with another good serve.
Imagine playing this game without Jaja Tulang, but still highly efficient are the Rizal St. Gerrard Charity Foundation. Jella, again it's Puzon doing work from the back. Long rally once more. Kaylee had to adjust, no touch. Point goes to Rizal.
Kaylee Cosme, as you said, adjusted to that set. Yung set medyo bitin din eh, and Kaylee Cosme's tempo was quite late. Puzon so consistent on the service line, almost another ace.
Free ball for Rizal. Lopez emerging. Sa kabila, Jella nagawa ng paraan. Again, that familiar post from Coach Cromwell. Every time meron siya nakikita na hindi well executed sa palo, no? 4-1. Puzon. Stacy this time from the left side, using her left hand, asking for a touch, none given. That will sail out. 2 straight points for Negros. In Negros, they were the finalists in the inaugural season. They were #1 all throughout the elimination. But this is a different story this time. Dolorito able to get that one in, stopping that 2-point run by Negros.
Everything is just working out right now for Rizal. All smiles and just enjoying the game. And what you can appreciate from Coach Cromwell's squad, very mature na talaga yung players niya and complete yung lineup niya from wings to middles. Libero, you have Blue. Of course, Puzon.
Oh, sa tagal kasi ng pinagsamaan nitong mga to, very familiar na sila sa isa't isa.
And controlled din nila yung errors nila. In the first set, they only had 4 errors.
6-2. Rizal ahead by 4. Negros, they go to Jella Lopez. Again, it's Puzon who's actually doing work from behind. That time around, Adi Caparal able to get it through.
Caparal saw that hole in the defense of Rizal. Caparal actually quite quiet in this game, just chipping in points time and just a few times. You have Aquino coming in as a middle blocker now for Sam Katamora.
Took some time. Played a bit of opposite nung set number 1 ngayon. Pumasok na siya playing as a middle. 6-3. Negros. Can they mount a comeback? Puzon going to Doguna. Caparal. Back-to-back points for Adi. Was the NCRA first best outside hitter.
And MVP. Oh, alongside Jennifer Bacod, who was MVP.
Puzon. Stacy. Good thing Tutanis was there for the up. Joust at the net. Asking for an overreaching violation and they get it.
Referees called it.
Actually, Coach Crom was about to protest as a point was about to be awarded to Negros, but the first referee restoring order. It's now 7-4 Rizal. Osada, good serve. Ivy Aquino.
Instant impact for Ivy Aquino. Power tip from the middle. Ito rin kasi yung kinukulang ngayon sa Negros, yung middle nila. When Ivy was was not the starter, medyo wala silang firepower in the middle. A block from Ivy as well.
Able to send that one back. Handa doon si Bio, able to anticipate that attack from Ivy Aquino, and now Rizal ahead by 3, 8-5. We head into our first technical timeout.
Action resumes here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. Now, Ken and Gaira, Negros head coach Don Baroga had strong reminders for his squad in order to bounce back in this third set. Naglalaro tayo ng parang scrimmage, girls. Wag ganon. I want you to play your game, not theirs. And you know, I also found out they spend around 2 hours in the film room studying tendencies, studying game movements and positions. And he said, I know you can do better. Alam nyo naman yung gagawin nyo sa court, girls. Ipakita nyo lang yung kaya nyo. Pinagtatawa lang tayo sa court. I want you to be better in this set. And he also told the girls, we have to prove to them that we can beat them in a set. It all starts there. Back to you, Ken and Gaira.
You know, they've proven that against Quezon. That's the top team. They got a set, almost got 2 sets from them. So, gauging themselves against the top teams, napatunayan na nila yan eh. But, you know, it's just a matter of execution, especially down the stretch. Ngayon, si Majo Orpilla, pinasok na dito for the very first time. Naghahanap na ng tamang timpla. Ito si Coach Don. Bio. Tutanes will just send it over. Free ball for Rizal. Doguna from the left pin. It's good.
Great target by Rizal time and time again. When they target that spot, they get that point. Going for zone 6.
Doguna coming off that 18-point outing. Nice serve from Stacy.
Rizal's just pulling away.
Puzon going to Bio. Ball still in play. Backward. Pumps it up. Goes to Orpilla. Majo. Easy over. And Heart Bio from the second set. Every time bibigyan siya ni Puzon, able to convert.
Third successful power tip by Heart Bio. And she just knows how to time that tip of hers.
Stacy with 8. Majo goes for it again. That will sail out. Eggers again. Just hampering Negros.
Coach Don calls for a timeout.
Lumobo na yung kalamangan dito. They're down by 7.
Lalaro pa ba natin to? Mag-usap-usap na lang kayo. Tigas ng ulo nyo.
Coach Don clearly exasperated from that last huddle. Negros just searching for answers right now. They're down by 7, 12-5. No, there's only so much a coach could do. But also, you know, the players, they really wanna, yung mindset nga nila, they wanna go for that fourth. But you know, it's easier said than done. Especially now Rizal is getting their groove. It's now 13-5.
Well, what I think about Negros is that although, like sabi ni Nico, 2 hours silang inaaral nila yung kalaban nila. But then again, they are a squad who needs to learn and study themselves as well in order to improve in their matches. Kasi marami silang errors, so it's them against them.
Imagine mo, yung first set, 13, then set number 2, 12. That's a total of a set already of all of them coming from errors. So, you know, just gotta understand the frustration, not only from the coaches, but from the players as well. Kasi alam nila they're better than this. They know that they could perform much more. And, you know, Ai Tutanes, it starts from her, the team captain. Can she lead her squad?
Ai Tutanes all smiles after that single block of hers.
Trying to inject positive vibes dito sa Negros. Meanwhile, Stacy Lopez giving her good reason for Coach Crom to start her in this game. Laguna scrambling. Itatawid na lang ng Rizal. Ito, pagkakataon ng Negros.
Kaylee Cosme! Too wide.
Labas lang. That was a good executed play. The errors have been piling up. We finally see Roxy De La Cruz come in.
Roxy De La Cruz playing as an open hitter. Again, she is still adjusting to the system, but enjoying it. Good
Ivy.
touch by State.
Roxy, Super Roxy to the rescue.
And Super Roxy is back. She is all smiles after her hit from the open.
15-7 Rizal with an 8-point lead. Tutanes going to Cosme. It will sail out again. Rizal now with a commanding 9-point lead, 16-7. We're gonna look at our team standings. Assuming that Rizal goes on and wins this game, Gaira, major implication at the top half of our team standings here.
Well, if Rizal wins in 4 sets, they will in 3 sets rather, they will get 3 points, and they're gonna get a 16 points after this match. So they can actually secure their spot here in the first round at 4th place,
Tandaan nyo,
at least.
Yung Bacoor, kaalabanan pa yung Quezon bukas. Although anything can happen in that game, but if Bacoor loses that one, they will fall down, and Rizal can move up to 2nd.
Roxy with an angle, and the net touch from the Negros Blue Hawks.
Biggest lead for Rizal at 10, 17-7. Rizal peaking at the right time now. Especially heading into the 2nd round. Magkaaroon sila ng bala, going up against the powerhouse teams like Bacoor, Quezon, Binyan as well. While for Negros, it's tough, but they have the 2nd round to look forward to. Roxy de la Cruz again!
Roxy with a down the line hit, just having so much impact from the bench, and she gets that spike of the set.
Extreme spike of the set. Brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances. Better pass from Orpilia. Collado, better execution for Negros. They need more of that.
Great timing by Collado, and target as well.
Ivy Aquino will now serve. Negros, pagkakataon. Collado. De la Cruz, gagawa ng paraan. Tutanes, going back to Collado. Was there a check? Yes, there was, according to referee Choi Bukit.
Now you have the Guzman coming in for Heart Bio, who's going to be a service specialist in this match.
Si Faith, remember that game we covered? Had 8 straight points, if I'm not mistaken, or 8 points in a particular set. Kinover natin siya sa Antipolo eh. I can't remember what game that was. Was that against San Juan? Oh, that very first game, di ba?
Yes.
Rizal against San Juan. They were playing on their home court. Pinasok si Faith. Had that surge in that particular set.
She definitely was a star in terms of defense as well.
Oo, yung hinabol niya yung bola. Naalala ko yun eh. Also one of the transferees from FEU to LPU. Ito naman, transferee from Mapua. Roxy de la Cruz. Collado. That's 3 straight points.
Collado just enjoying her time on the court right now. Down the line hit.
Kung ikaw Negros, pwede pa to. 18-10. That's gonna be a catch and throw, yeah. Easy call.
It was good call by the referees.
Dinakot eh. Hindi pwede yan. 18-11. 4-0 run for Negros. Ivy has been serving well.
Roxy again.
Good defense from Majo. Heart Pio slamming the door on Negros.
Hart answers with her own kind of defense on the net as she dumps that down. De Guzman is in for Heart Bio.
Pinayungan eh. Pag ano ba, block ba o point? Di ba, alam ko point yan eh. Di ba, kasi may swing eh. May onting swing eh.
Medyo may catch kasi kaya It's called a catch and yung earlier.
Yeah,
no,
the point,
it was
the
a good point.
Meanwhile, Negros, namumroblema na naman. Rizal regaining their bearings. It's now 2011. Curious decision by Coach Cromwell to start Stacy Lopez. But what do you think of her performance here sa laban nila sa Negros?
Very stellar performance, very mature. I would say na she was used as the first opposite in this match to be the starter. And of course, we were surprised because Tulang is usually the starter. But then again, good strategy by Coach Crom as Moraga hits from the middle.
Better pass rather from De La Cruz. Collado, power tip. The bump going to Duguna. Maganda yung depensa sa likod ni Madjo. Tutanes, papalikan si Collado. And the point going to the side of Negros.
I would say Collado has been the magic bunon.
Yep.
For her squad. She has been scoring so many points in this third set. I think this is her fourth in this set.
Roxy. Ball still in play. Moraga. And no, they're asking for a touch.
It was a 4-touch violation. Let's see that again. No, definitely
malayo.
no touch from the Rizal side.
Yep.
Timeout for Negros.
Ngayon, 8 na yung kalamangan ng Rizal. Pakinggan natin si Coach Don.
Huwag mo madalin masyado. Huwag mo madalin masyado. Nakita mong wala ng buwelo, babaan mo na lang. Kasi 1-2 step na lang yun eh. Yung bigay mo kanina, yung pangalawa, pangmalayuan yun eh.
A very calm timeout by Coach Don, trying to just lift the spirits of the Negros Blue Hawks.
Assuming that Negros goes on and lose this one, they will be down at 3-5. Yung 4th place is gonna be Binyan at 5-3. So, medyo matrabaho yung gagawin nila heading to the second round. They would need at least to win against one of the top 4 teams if they want to barge into the top 4. While Rizal, Stacy Lopez continues to sizzle.
Blue Guzman just screaming Stacy's name and Stacy making a point.
Tagal na magkasama niyan from FEU to LPU, si Blue at si Stacy. Mingming getting cheered on. That is Venice Puzon.
Error from Tala Collado.
23-13.
Rizal just 2 points away from winning in straight sets.
Last year nga, Negros won in straight sets in this very same building against Rizal. Tutanes, itatawid na lang.
And a chance for a play for Rizal, and she gives it to Stacy.
Ooh, Stacy doing work!
Stacy with a statement hit. Look at that swing and approach.
Ooh, lot of power. Just getting that one through. And now it's match point, Rizal. Jella. Can Rizal finish the job? They go to Super Roxy. Collado. Ball still in play. Roxy again. Yes, no. That's gonna be a double contact. Collado. She could build on this performance that she had here in this third set. Lumaban din siya dito. But for Negros, it's gonna be back to the drawing board. Although they get a point here, it's 24-15.
Collado still on the service line right now. They have 9 points to make up for this set. And also if they want to extend this match.
But again, that's been the theme. The errors have been a detriment dito sa Negros. Fortunately, bowing out in straight sets against Rizal. While St. Gerrard Charity Foundation backed Rizal. They are surging. Apart from Quezon being the undefeated team, sila ngayon 5 sunod-sunod na panalo. And they will have one more match on Friday to cap off their first round. 25-18, 25-21, 25-15. Our queen of the court, makikilala natin just a bit.
This land of simplicity, where nature is divine, a place full of hope, full of love, all God's design, where everything is in your reach, from waterfalls to diverse marine life, majestic landscapes and its history. Negros Oriental, this is how you want Negros Oriental, this is how you want Negros Oriental, this is how you want to live Negros Oriental.
Final score po natin, 25-18, 25-21, 25-15. Rizal moving up to 5-1. Tinalo nila ang Negros in straight sets. Kilalanin na natin ang ating queen of the court and the surprise starter delivering for Coach Cromwell Garcia, Gaira.
She had an amazing start in the first set and she ended it so well until the third. She was just a star, just a surprise for Rizal.
Stacy Lopez. Again, it was the battle of the Lopezes and Stacy emerging victorious. And just doing work from the left side to the right to the middle. At talagang hindi niya pinahirapan yung kanyang setter dito. And now, she is with Nico Aaron.
Thank you, Ken and Gaira. With me right now is our queen of the court, Stacy Lopez. Stacy, congratulations sa panalo nyo. 4th straight win nyo ngayon dito sa tournament. Hot streak kayo. Anong masasabi mo sa naging performance mo ngayong araw at ano yung mindset mo heading into this game na ikaw naman ang nag-step up para sa team?
Sa performance ko po, kulang pa po. Di pa po yun. And need mag-step up kasi basakit yung tuhod ni Janet. Yun lang po.
Alright, so ngayon naman Stacy, nabanggit ko nga kanina, 4th straight victory nyo to. Sabi ni Coach Cromwell, nung nakausap ko siya, yung eagerness daw ng team nyo, dun siya natutuwa eh. So ikaw ba, bukod sa eagerness, ano yung naging key ng team nyo para at least consistent yung nagiging performance nyo dito sa ating tournament?
Mas lalo pong lumalalim yung gelling. Tapos, mas nakikipag-communicate na po sa bawat isa. And lahat naman po eager manalo. Kaya ganun. Wala po.
Alright, well said, Stacy. Ngayon naman, Stacy, yung mga gusto mong batiin, yung mga sumusuporta sa'yo at sa team mo, Rizal.
Hello po, thank you po sa Team Rizal and sa St. Gerrard Charity Foundation, especially kay Ma'am Sarah and Sir Curly Discaya. Wala po. Gusto mo ba? Shoutout po sa family ko, sa Lopez family, Vinarao, Sagun, Fugaban, and sa friends po, Balois family. Yun lang po.
All right, thank you so much. And there you have Stacy Lopez propelling Rizal to their 4th straight win in this tournament. Thank you so much, Stacy. Back to you, Ken and Gaira.
Maraming salamat, Nico Ergon. Congratulations to Stacy Lopez and Rizal. Again, emerging victorious. Winning 5 of their 6 games. Balikan natin yung mga aganapan. Set number 1. Actually, Negros, they had their biggest lead at 4 points, 14-10. Again, yung 10-2 run nung Rizal. Just changing the complexion of this set. Jella Lopez and Stacy Lopez. Both of the Lopezes having a bit of a showdown. But in the end, here, at least in this particular set, Stacy Lopez and the rest of Rizal really conquering tong Negros. Angelica Cruz capping off this set first win. They win that 25-18.
In the second set, you can see that Rizal is still showing so much maturity with their win in the second set. Kaylee Cosme, although she tried her best to keep her team's morale up, was just not enough for this teamwork of Rizal.
I think dito rin natin nakita kahit papano si Moraga nakapag-contribute for Negros, Caparal, like you said, Lopez and Cosme. Cosme was actually the bright spot for Negros, but just not enough. 25-21 Rizal getting that 2 sets to none lead, and then here in set number 3, just dominating this one. Rizal, they went up by as many as 11 points. It was 18-7. Negros had that mini run late, but Joan Doguna, Dolorito, Osada, Stacy Lopez, Puzon, they were just too much. Collado was that star in the 3rd set for Negros. Si Roxy De La Cruz din pinasok, but Stacy Lopez putting in the finishing touches here in this 3rd set. 25-18, 25-21, 25-15 Rizal. Aangat ulit sa ating team standings while Negros will fall to 3 and 5. The numbers just speaks for itself. Lalo, nakita mo naman yung bottom stat natin, Gaira.
33 errors from Negros and only 9 from Rizal. You can see that they have a lot to work on in this match. Although, if you look at the stats, similar, actually more ang ginawa ng Negros. 38 attacks versus 35. 5 blocks versus 3 blocks from Rizal. And, of course, Rizal having 4 aces versus the 2 of Negros. But then again, even though Rizal showed so much maturity in this match, Negros has yet to find their footing and to actually know each other inside the court with 33 big errors.
Negros will close out round number 1, losing 4 of their last 5 games. Rizal nga unti-unti umaangat. They still have 1 more game left. Bacoor and Quezon will lock horns on Friday. Meron din diyang major implication sa ating team standings. So that top half, medyo nagkaakulay. And gaya ng sabi natin, yung Quezon Bacoor will begin at 2 p.m. followed by San Juan and Rizal, and then Caloocan and Marikina still searching for their first victory. And Marikina, they're trying to get on board. Ngayon kakalabanin nila ang Valenzuela to cap off this Tuesday doubleheader. And magbabalik po ang Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association in just a bit. Don't go away.